A young man speeds home after enjoying a rollicking stag party. He thunders down a dirt road and plunges through a dead end, through a farmer's fence, and into an area that had recently been cleared of trees. The car bounced along, sprung open the door, and threw the driver partially out of the car. With the man's body momentarily hanging outside, the car door hits a stump and forces the door against the driver's chest, crushing him between the door and the car's doorpost. Two ironies presented themselves in this case. One, the damage to the car was slight. A repair bill of $75 to $100 would have covered it easily. Second, the man and his wife were planning a party for the next day, a party observing his young son's birthday. Another fact that should be remembered in this careless, useless expenditure of life: the dead man knew the road well, knew it too well, because here, familiarity was the mother of carelessness. The officer who investigated the fatality had the sad task of telling the man's wife and children of the tragedy, a task that grows no easier with repetition. A high school football star speeds down a country road late at night. His love of speed cost him his life. There were no witnesses, but it seems obvious that the car went out of control, wrapped itself around a tree, instantly killing the boy. A speeding car, once it begins to go out of control, is impossible to bring back to even keel. It took several hours for the car to be pried away from the tree so that the boy's body could be recovered. The lad may have been fast on the gridiron, but speed on the highway is at best a losing and deadly game, as the lad's family sorrowfully learned. Now comes the nauseating task of removing the shattered hulk of a life that had been lived so little. The finale to the tragedy comes as the lad is placed in the rubber sack, the last offering to the great god Speed. What would your reaction be if you were one of the men lifting this boy to the stretcher? What would it do to improve your own driving habits? Death sometimes plays an overture of torture. Here again, a posted speed limit on a curve was ignored. The car went out of control and came to the send. And so the cries of the maimed are heard, cries of pain and fear. This woman wept, but cried even more the next day, for then her husband died of his injuries. Here she was being lifted to the stretcher. Now he's being lifted out of the car, laid on the stretcher, his life having but fleeting hours to run. He will be the victim of an unexpected curve, unexpected because of high speed. We're cruel, cold, and harsh, you say. You shouldn't be made to see and hear this. How could we give a better lesson on carelessness? See for yourself how sordid and sickening impending death can be. And see for yourself the weapon in this case, the steering column. Now and then, when death throws the dice, a motorist is lucky. But the odds are fixed against you. The stake is your life. A hardtop convertible wheels down a country road. An oncoming car forces the hardtop to the side where it hits a steel bridge abutment. The car flips over and over and rolls the length of the structure and ends like this. The car was literally shoveled to the junkyard. The driver said he was only going about 40 miles an hour. But despite that assertion, here again was the result of high speed. The belief that speed limit warnings are for other people. The driver? Oh yes, miraculously, he was unhurt. His injuries were limited to a few scratches. He crawled out of this tangled mess of metal. How could it be? A truck trailer outfit is loaded with 40,000 pounds of steel pipe. The driver is on his way home, 2,000 miles away. There's a sharp curve. The heavy rig goes out of control and ends in a creek. The young driver is crushed to death in an instant by the shifting steel. The accident happened at about 1:30 in the morning, and it was 5:30 before the body could be removed. Much of the steel had to be removed first before wrecking equipment could be brought into operation. Adding to the tragedy was the fact that the young man was on his first trip for a new company on a brand new job, his first over-the-road experience alone. Was he sleepy? Was he going too fast for safety? What factor came in here to cause death? Well, whatever it was swift and it was final. If it was speed, the warning is clear. If it was drowsiness, it still is a lesson, because driving is a full-time job requiring 100% of the driver's faculties. The morning sun lights the last act of the tragedy. The young man is on his way home. What's the score here? Not a single or double. Here's a triple signal 30. Two congenial friends are in one car, breezing merrily down the road. Approaching them is another driver, alone in his car, using the right side of the highway. Now, the two men apparently dislike their legal portion of the road. They move to the left. This is what happened. 3 people are dead. Here, the oldest traffic law in history has been broken. Keep to the right. Now, the men who died in this one were no different than you or I, really. So imagine yourself in this position. Believe me, it could happen to you. What is the price to be paid for failure to yield right of way or violating a stop sign? Well, if caught, it could result in a fine, and just maybe you can get away with it. Well, here's a big price that was paid. 4 women met death because the driver of one of the cars failed to stop at a stop sign and failed to yield right of way. In addition to the 4 fatalities, 3 are seriously injured, 2 of them children. The cries and moans of the maimed are a grim accompaniment to tragedy.
That up a little farther? You need any help back here, Paul? I need a lot of help. Wait, no, yeah, watch the leg.
The woman whose cries you hear died a few hours later. She was the mother of the driver of the car. The car's driver was found to have had a long record as a traffic violator. Has the accident given her sleepless nights and regret? The fact remains that her callous defiance of law led to the death of 4 people. So this is the price that can be paid for violating a simple traffic law. Are you willing to pay it? Can you afford it? Think again, friend. Think again.
Okay, Paul, I'll be with you in a minute. How?
Do you, as a driver, wish to assume the responsibility of creating a hardship by destroying the life of the head of a family? Would your conscience ever rest? What is the impact on a family whose husband and father met death? Let's watch and listen.
Ma'am, if you recall, last fall I had the unpleasant task of informing you that your husband had been killed in an automobile accident. That is one of the many unpleasant tasks that we police officers have. Today I would like to get some sort of a message from you to pass on to the motoring public. As you know, there are many thousands killed in accidents each year. What type of work did your husband do?
He was a lineman for the High Edison Company. He worked with high voltage. He had a very dangerous job. He was careful with his job.
Was he a careful driver?
Well, he was a fast driver. He was usually reasonably careful, but he did drive fast. More so when he was alone than he did when the children and I were with him.
Did you ever have to correct his driving?
Yes, I asked him to slow down quite frequently.
And how has this accident affected your life and your family's?
Well, it means that I'll have to go to work very shortly, provide for the children's education, all their needs, whereas they would have had a father to help with that.
The letter E is an important item in highway safety. It stands for education, enforcement, and engineering. Our highways are engineered for safety and convenience. Enforcement officers are trained and alerted to help traffic flow smoothly and safely. And that leaves the third E, education, and that one involves all of us. If we educate ourselves to our dangers and our responsibilities, we can expect accident-free highways. We can obey the law. We can use courtesy and consideration. Let's all of us regard the automobile as a useful servant and priceless necessity, not as a weapon to maim and kill. How do you want to die in traffic? How do you want to kill a loved one of yours? Well, we could show you more to give you a wider selection. All of these resulted from violations of simple traffic regulations. It's up to you and your own driving habits. We don't like to take these pictures, but whether we show you or your loved ones in the ugly sprawl of death is largely up to you. You can be, if you wish, just another Signal 30.